Mr. Carsey here. Stop the sequence, paper and pencil game. What do we require to play this? Well, paper, 10 by 10 grid. You'll find a link below the video to a template with the required grids and 2 pencils, obviously. Number of players, there's 2. One of these players is called the sequencer and the other is called the stopper. And these roles swap around after each game is completed. So how's it played? Well, players take turns, starting with the sequencer. The sequencer plays a 1 in any empty square. You can see that going on in the illustrative game on the right. And then the stopper then plays a 0 in any empty square. And now the sequencer must play the number 2 in an adjacent square. Now that's diagonal or orthogonal. You can see in the diagram on the right the possible places. There's 8 of them available. He chooses one on the east. Stopper goes again with a 0. And now the available places for the 3, there's now 7 of them around about that 2. And he chooses north-west. And now a new rule comes into play. The sequencer is presented with a jump over that 0 into an empty square, and the sequencer is forced to make this jump. And since he's moved 2 squares, he'll place a 5, not a 4, in that leading square. And now it's the turn of stopper again to place a 0. And again the sequencer is faced with a jump and he's no choice but to take it and put a 7 in that square. And now a further jump is revealed and he must likewise take this jump on this same turn. Now he has 2 further possibilities, one there and another there. And he can make any choice. He chooses to do the northeast one. Places is 11. Stopper then goes with a 0. Sequencer was 12. And then stopper again. So how is this game won? Well, it's won if the sequencer reaches 30. And the stopper wins if she prevents the sequencer doing this by trapping him so that he has no further move. So let's continue with the game. 13 goes in there, jump's possible. Stopper chooses to prevent that jump. 14 goes in, another jump is possible. Stopper again chooses to prevent that jump taking place. 15 now opens up a series of jumps. And the stopper then places a 0, attempting to lure the sequencer into the top left corner. The sequencer now makes 2 jumps and avoids going into that top left corner, and a third jump has to be taken. So he's reached 21. Now here's a cunning move. The stopper drags the sequencer upwards again towards that top left corner. But things are now getting a bit dangerous, since remember the sequencer has to reach 30 and thereby wins. The stopper now tries to trap the sequencer. Sequencer tries to escape. Stopper stops that jump, leaving sequencer only 1 remaining square, 29. The sequencer loses, stopper wins. Well, that's Mr. Carsey signing out, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video.